Welcome back to AVPlays. Welcome back to Big Ambitions. And I appreciate you guys bearing with me through this little hiatus that I had last week, not posting any videos. I just started a new job and it was a little difficult to figure out the schedule I wanted to do with recording. I think I figured that out now, so I shouldn't be going away any further. But we are picking back up at 8:15 on Sunday, day 140. So you'll notice we skipped ahead a few days from our last episode, and we have $7.7 million in the bank. The issue here is we are on our last day to pay back the IRS, and we have $9.8 million due. So we're still down $2.1 million. The good thing is the IRS is closed today, so we don't have to worry about it today. What I'm thinking we're going to do is head over to our factory, our clothing factory, and I know that we have a couple machines in our clothing factory that it would not hurt to part with. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So this whole section we're going to just let go of. So I'm going to pause. We're going to temporarily close and grab Sal. And as much as this hurts because we took so long getting this factory up and running and put together, I think that this particular section is not necessarily needed, so we don't have to worry about it. And this allows us to really pay back exactly what we need to pay back. All right. And what I'm going to do is fast forward a little bit of time so that these machines complete their flow. And we should be able to just grab these guys. And that puts us still $1.2 million away from where we need to be. We've been making about $1 million a day. And so what I'm thinking is we will let this go. Let's go ahead and zoom back home. Let's see what we make overnight on this Sunday. And in the morning, we can always take out a loan before we pay back the IRS. So if we don't have the amount of money we need now, we will take out a loan, but we should get fairly close to the amount that we need. All right, let's see what we're waking up to. And we received a message from the IRS. And yikes, I forgot about our orders that we're going through. But it looks like it says we have 9 days. Let's see what the IRS said. We have yet to receive the payment of your outstanding taxes. In case payment hasn't been completed within day 150, we will be forced to seize the valuables of your company without further warning. Please pay the due amount at your local IRS office. So, all right, we have 9 more days to go. That I can live with. So let's go ahead. I forgot to fire these guys yesterday, so we could have saved a couple dollars, but that's fine. And we didn't necessarily need to get rid of those machines then. But like I said, they weren't necessarily being used completely to their full potential. So it doesn't hurt that much to get rid of these. We have spare clothing. These were just kind of extra. All right. So we still have time. Let's go ahead and let's take care of this. Let's go ahead and skip the days we need so that we catch up with the IRS. And at least this way, I mean, we didn't have to worry about skipping a purchase order. So we'll have enough money and enough items to take care of that. And day 1 of 9 complete. And that looks like all of these are taken care of. We have some logistics to look at. We have some people. So Mathilda wants training. Let's go ahead and give it to her. Okay. Not enough inventory at main distribution. Interesting. We'll have to look at expanding the inventory then before the next week occurs. Oh, and we forgot to open the factory back up in the first place. Luckily, we have some spare items. All right. Day number 2 down. We're not making as much as I'm used to us making. So let's look into that again. Oh, and Carrie would like to let us know that she's going to be retiring soon. Hopefully she's under the coverage of one of our headhunters. If not, we'll figure that part out. But pricing looks good. Good. Burgers and fries. I see. Pricing is off. So let's look at this. Let's see if that gets us anywhere. I know LM had it. I'm just kind of seeing if anyone else did. All right, LM Industry Gifts. Not brewed beans, burgers and fries, LM. We'll try that. And then industry gifts. What's wrong with your pricing? Let's do that. All right. Tilda is back from her training. Crap. Miss Matilda. Ah, she was a part-timer, which means we're down a full-timer. And looks like we're down another part-timer as well. What's going on here? All right, so we'll have to hire another full-timer at some point here. And another part-timer. I guess I can have our headhunter do that now. And do this. Day number 3 down. We seem to have lost money again. But we are at 8.8 million. Any change to our pricing? See if that does anything for us. Okay, that didn't. We must be the only restaurant in this area. Alright, we'll leave it at that. Looks like we fixed everything else. So we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully this number goes up. Not sure I could tell you why it's going down. Not aware. Nothing's really costing us other than parking fees and private residence. So let's continue our journey here. And of course, we have some new people to look at. So go ahead and hire them. And let's go to the schedule. Not that. Clothing factory, where are you? Shh. Wonderful. Then part-timer. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Perfect. And the rest of you guys can be discarded. I know that's quite a bit. And the headhunter can stop searching. And we'll keep on doing what we're doing. The only scary part here is we're going to be brushing up against another purchase order. But we should have enough to take care of this tomorrow, I'm going to assume. Okay, we're getting close. We are at 9.8. And let's see. Hey. All right, another person wanting on-the-job training, so let's go ahead and give it to them. And yeah, let's go see if we have enough to pay back the IRS finally. We still have 5 days, so we could kind of give it the purchase order, but I don't want to risk that. Where is that building? There we go. And we could be down just by hundreds of dollars. So we'll see. Yeah, we do not have enough money, so we will have to wait until Monday, which will then give us another period of time. Or, you know what we're going to do is hopefully, I didn't want to have to take out a loan, but we'll call Mantander a loan. And you know what? We're going to take out the full, not 80 million. We'll take out the full 800,000, and that gives us a buffer, 1, to pay this back, 2, to cover the purchase order, hopefully. I'm going to drop that down to 8,000, or to 0, I should say. And now, let's try that again. And we are left with $740,000, but we paid back our taxes finally. So I'm going to let's fast forward through this weekend like we've been doing. Monday, we're going to once again begin picking off Ingrid's businesses real quick. So let's keep on this. And actually, if AJ Peterson, yeah. Yes, they are still open. What I'm going to have them do is deliver main distribution tomorrow. I'm going to have them deliver 20 more pallet shells. And then to the clothing factory tomorrow, I'm going to have them deliver 10. And the reason for that is we were getting notifications on not having enough items, enough storage for items. All right, let's go ahead and head to bed. We made 1 million yesterday. Not bad at all. And let's go ahead and I will just watch TV for 3 hours, I guess. Both those came in. Let's take care of it. I'm not sure why everything's looking so fuzzy. Let me actually... We've got it set. Maybe I just accidentally turned on that. See, textures were low, I guess. Okay. I guess I accidentally touched a setting at some point. And really, this is just needed for when the purchase orders come in, as they're complaining about just that lack of space. And we want to make sure you have enough space for them. And we'll probably go back through this and adjust to make it better space. I'm just trying to get as many of these in here as possible for now. All right, perfect. And let's go ahead and head over to our factory. And do the same thing there. We can cancel that. Any taxis? There we go. And the reason this one's getting so backed up is the clothing expensive is taking up a lot of space. So hopefully this will get us to a point where we don't have to see that notification anymore. Or we can just order a lot less of the fabric for it. And we'll find out what that needs to be. If we need to order a lot less fabric, that's fine. All right, let's head back home. Get you back on the schedule for the clothing factory. I'm assuming they're a full timer. Yep. Easy enough. And of course, we have a little bit of issues here, but that should be taken care of tomorrow. Well, on the next purchase order, I should say. And this is another $1 million day. So 2.7 million. Yeah, we'll see what this purchase order brings us. And we'll have to look at it to make sure we're ordering correctly. Of course, these low items are not because of us ordering incorrectly, but rather the fact that our purchasing agent gets blocked. So like French fries, hot dogs were on a shortage, so we couldn't order as many as we normally do. Although burgers and chicken kebab skewers were not, so maybe we can update these to 30,000. And see if that helps us a little bit. And we are back down to the $720,000 that we had after paying the IRS. But this is free money, pretty much. We'll have to look into paying this back at some point. But for now, let's look at Ingrid. And our profit has gone down drastically. We've lost $400,000 a week somehow. But that we'll figure out. Ingrid has discount markets. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this from her. And we can't. So we're back to, of course, if we would like to get a business from her, we have to find one where she's not the owner of the building, like this. And there we are. We have opened yet another business in Garment District, or we've purchased yet another business from Ingrid, and we're going to open another business in the Garment District. And looks like it should technically be another restaurant, although we could go with alcohol. Well, let's. How many restaurants? There are only us as a restaurant. Yeah, let's go ahead and open this up as another restaurant. So we are going discount market, shut down business, sorry, start new business, and it's going to be fast food, burgers, and fries, GD2. Let's see what we can do for marketing. And honestly, I didn't even look at anything about this business. So let's, before we do that, look at the traffic score, which is a 16. That's rough. We're going to make it work. We're going to see what we can do with it. So yes, let's go to marketing, see what we can do here. And sweet ads. Wonderful. And we're going to call our friends over, tomorrow this is red, over at Christian Bahud. And hopefully we're going to be able to have them perfect. Do that. We'll have our headhunter start working on getting some people in. So customer service. Do that. Customer service. Part-timers. That. And then cleaning. Let's see what, just if we leave this as is, what comes up for cleaners. Perfect. And of course, we have a lot of these, so that's a lot to worry about. Logistics wise, let's see if we can add this as a new location. And if we do, what can we deliver to it? Okay, so we can deliver everything we want to. Perfect. And let's keep an eye on things. Let's look at what else can we get started. Maybe not in the garment district, although we could feasibly open up another coffee shop here. So let's actually look at maps. Retail. We have a coffee shop down here. That's owned by Ingrid. Owned by Ingrid. It's going to be hard to find something that isn't owned by Ingrid. That one was. Who's this owned by? This one doesn't tell you who it's owned by. I'm going to go ahead and buy this, and we're going to open up a coffee shop. This is going to be Brewed Beans. GD2. Let's go ahead and do the same thing here. And this won't make much money like the rest of them haven't, but we'll see what it means to have two of these open in a very similar location. We're going to call Christian Bahut again. Yeah, or we'll just go and take care of it ourselves. All right. And let's go ahead and see what we need here. And we know we're going to need one cash register, cabinets. We definitely need, we'll just grab that. I completely forgot this is not the first location to go to, but that is fine. Grab a table. Chairs. And let's go drop everything off. Yeah, it's really right down the road and actually very close to our other, but we'll have to live with that. And I love this setup a lot more than the other one. I think this one gives a lot more space than the other 15s. And really, I don't think we even need more than one of these. Maybe two. This one will sell back. Looks wonderful. Let's head over to Square Appliances to buy everything else that we need. And I guess we should have kept that because we'll need it anyway for the stuff we buy at Square Appliances. But we'll survive. It's been a while since we've had to set up a store. The clothing stores, but it's been a while since we've had to set up the coffee shop. And we have to wait the 6 minutes for Square Appliances to open, so we'll do that. All right. Very well. Well, let's think about what we So we know we need coffee. And we'll grab the fruit pallets. And the bakery show can fit. And I think that's actually it. So let's go ahead and drop these off, and we'll see if that kind of gets us the full store. And we could even have this up and running today if we so choose. We could do like this. There's the coffee machine. And the showcase can go here. Because technically we could do that. Hey man, look, that's so close to the entrance. Luckily, we're not going to spend much more time in here. Let's go ahead and keep the walls. Have a lake after. And now the floors. And now we'll just have to buy the bathroom stuff. So go ahead and do that. Actually, before we do that, I would like to set everything. So apples, bananas, big bags, of course. And this is croissant, cupcake, donut. You don't need that then. Which means these can kind of go over here like this. We'll have a space for at least one more team. And let's make sure that gets us to 30, and it does. Oh, I forgot a drinks fridge. Oh, sorry. We're looking at the exact wrong thing. But I did forget a drinks fridge, so we can always do that. Let's not forget to take care of this marketing. So all right, so we'll just spend 500. Not awful. And I want to make sure, same thing with burgers and fries. Definitely don't want to spend all that much money, or more money than is needed, I should say. And oh well, we'll leave it on actually. Let's go ahead and get ourselves drinks fridge. And we'll head over to Lower Manhattan to Essentials Appliances to get ourselves some bathroom stuff. We'll finish hiring the people that are needed to staff the store, and then we'll open that one. can't remember. Small D. Right. Yep, it's friggin' 20. So we'll need 2. Yeah, we can just do that. Not sure if any of our other coffee places even have a transfer and none. I didn't realize how close we were to our car being completely damaged. 18%, but we'll be heading over to the gas station and car repair shop anyway, so that'll take care of it. Now we're at 3%. Wow. Can we make it to essentials? Still. Oh, God. That actually takes out almost all the money we have. So, will we even be able to afford the bathroom stuff? I think we just need 1 stall. Then we just have to wait until 10 for this. And let's go ahead and thanks. 1 stall, water fountain, sink, mirror, and little sign, and the soap disposal. It doesn't actually do too bad, so we'll be fine. And wow, we're actually right next to a warehouse store or wholesale store. Let's go ahead in here and just buy what we need. So we'll need, they get us 1 box of each thing. So a cup of coffee, donut, croissant, and paper bag. We'll grab ourselves some soda. And is that everything we're selling here? Oh, we'll need the apples and bananas. And we won't have enough space for this anyway, so let's just make sure we put in, come on, paper bags, coffee, and we'll leave one of the sodas behind, and we'll come back for the apples and bananas. Alrighty. I'm honestly proud of our company for being able to make the taxes. That was a very stressful beginning this episode. I didn't think we were going to make it, and I was worried if we were going to have to find out what happens when you don't. Luckily, we made it. And okay, I forgot we don't have the flatbed, so let's go ahead and in here and grab the dolly. I guess we'll just do that. Oh, I did have flatbeds. I'm just the worst. I hadn't parked that. Grab a flatbed out of the car and got the cupcakes, flatbed. That makes life easier. Wonderful. And I'm going to go ahead and set prices here. But being shitty too. And it's going to be the same exact prices as our other one. And go ahead and look at our other one. All right, so yeah, we're definitely not selling nearly as much in this one. Let's grab ourselves some employees. For full-time customer service, let's go ahead and grab 2. Cleaning, we'll grab 2. Part-time cleaning, we'll grab 2, I guess. And part-time customer service, we'll grab 2. And we'll figure out the rest. And it is open from 5 to 20. All right. Cleaning, full time. Wonderful. And I guess we only need really one part-timer. Or not. And we're open. Let's go ahead. I'm going to leave those items there for now. We'll come back and we'll grab them at some point. Let's grab what we need for the bananas and apples. So, why? Chill. We'll grab another soda. And we'll forget to add this to our logistics. So, another new destination. And that becomes Brewed Beans GD2. And what is Brewed Beans GD getting? So 800, 400, 400, 600, 2000. We'll go 800. And let's go drop those off. And let's set the uniform here. Yeah, so restaurants. Awesome. That is another business up and running. Let's get our guy home. And at this rate, because of logistics, we'll be able to get the restaurant up and running first thing as well, because it'll be done getting prepared by midnight. And then we will have the full staff available to us. And we'll be able to, logistics will be delivering items tonight as well, 2 a.m. or whenever logistics does its thing. So it'll just be ready to go. All right. Everything looks to be pretty well staffed, pretty well taken care of, I should say. Let's go ahead and I'm going to just go crazy and do this. And we'll fire them after the fact. Whoa, never mind. That is a lot of employees. Let's go ahead full time. Yeah. It's just so much easier to fire them after the fact than to dig through. So Burgers and Fries GD is getting 116 new employees. It is going to be open from 5 to 22. And we've got a full-time cleaner. Do we really only have one full-time cleaner? Okay. Perfect. No cleaning. Peaceful work environment. Working at a restaurant is a big ask. Let's go ahead and set the prices. And similar to the other one, this is going to be the same. You don't want to undercut ourselves. Wonderful. And now we're open. And let's go ahead and take care of the rest of these employees that do not have a job. We'll make sure to turn off our headhunters as well. But we're going to be doing this like 11 times. 6. Well, at least 10 times. Della 3, what a name. All right, and we're continuing on. Got quite a few more. Let's just keep doing these. And a couple more to go. Perfect. Let's go ahead and turn off those headhunters. And I would love to see what did Brood Beans GD do. It made some money yesterday. Of course, the restaurant lost money because we kept the marketing on, but it'll be making money tomorrow. And we're up and running. Now, I think this is a perfect time to call this one an episode. We paid back our taxes. We opened up a restaurant and a coffee shop, so 2 new businesses. stole that from Ingrid, one of them from Ingrid. I want to thank you guys again for your patience and me getting these new episodes up. And I would love to thank you guys for pushing us over 50 subscribers. I know that seems like a small number, but it means the world to me. My goal is to get to 100 before the end of this year, so I would love to see that. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please share with your friends. And we'll see you in the next one on Wednesday. And because Christmas is coming up, if you celebrate, I would love to say Merry Christmas. We'll see you on Christmas Eve. Thank you, guys.